the Bob Mills Weather Center, Oklahoma weather expert, Lacey Swope.
All right, we got our Monday morning quarterback on. It was a great weekend for football for sure.
Oh, it was absolutely fantastic. Such a thriller, that game. And there were times that you were like, what's going to happen here? I almost thought it was going to go into overtime. And I was like, I can't physically handle overtime.
Oh, there you go, Star. All right.
You know how it goes. Oh, yes. Everyone pumped up, ready to go, and so excited waking up here on a Monday. Well, Texas, they're the losers to kick off the work week, that's for sure. I got to show you this, guys, because we've been talking about this off and on over the last couple of months, but an eclipse is going to take place coming up for the upcoming weekend. We'll talk much more about it. Right now, weather-wise, cloud cover-wise, it looks good for Saturday morning. What's an eclipse? That's whenever the sun, the moon, and Earth line up just perfectly to where moon casts a shadow onto Earth, and it will look like the sun is starting to be impacted by that shadow when you're looking at it. That's what you're going to see. But it's an annular eclipse. It's not a total eclipse. There's a total eclipse next year, but this year what will happen is the moon will start to cover up the sun. You will start to see that shadow, but at the very almost totality, there will still be what we call a ring of fire. You'll still be able to see some of the light. It won't go completely dark like it will next year with the total eclipse. But coming up on Saturday, depending on your location, you will see 70 to 80% of the moon, or of the sun rather, being shadowed by the moon. Southwestern and southwestern Oklahoma and Texas, over 80% coverage. So it is going to look really, really cool. So here's the timing of it. Begins Saturday, 10:21. We're just starting to see the shadow at maximum at 11:49 on Saturday, and it ends at 1:23. So that's over 3 hours of being able to see this phenomenon take place. And again, skies look mostly clear as of right now. Skies are clear to kick off your Monday as well. We've had a lot of starlight. We'll have a lot of sunshine today. 40s, 50s across the region to kick off the morning. There's a very weak cold front slipping in. It'll give us a north wind today. Not too strong. Enjoy it. 70s, 80s, some mid 80s to the south. It will be a warmer day. And the summer-like trend, it continues over the next few days. There's a big temperature swing in the forecast this week. There goes the storm system that brought us all the chilly temperatures for your weekend, especially Saturday morning. It was cold. Now what we're seeing is the warming trend, south winds. Winds actually really increase, especially Wednesday and into Thursday as this storm system approaches. Now it's got a lot of cold air that will wrap up into it, which will come slamming in here on Thursday night. Thursday evening, Thursday night. It's the timing of it right now. And there will be some winter precip, maybe even have some snow flying, mixing in with the rain in portions of Kansas and Nebraska. That's how cold it will be with this storm system. We turn chilly for your Friday, especially in the mornings, the afternoons in the 60s, and that trend continues. It's kind of locked in with the cooler air all the way through the start of next week. Now, latest data still suggesting by the end of next week into the start of the following week, that last week of October looks very warm. So enjoy the fall-like conditions. Here's how we're shaping up as far as future next gen. Some rain ongoing down in Texas. Storm system coming out over the Gulf. That may bring a few sprinkles to our far southern and southeastern counties coming up for tomorrow night into Wednesday morning. Then we start to turn our attention to this thing approaching from the northwest. There's future next gen showing the snow, the wintry mix through Nebraska, even into portions of Kansas. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma, we're too warm for any winter precip. We may have a few thunderstorms as the front pushes in, but the moisture content's not all that great across Oklahoma, so rain and storm chances as of now, they're not locked in. We'll keep you updated as it gets closer to us. Tonight, 40s and 50s, that's your Tuesday morning. Highs for your Tuesday into the mid-80s, some upper 80s. Winds pick up some 10, 20, and we'll see them a lot more gusty as we head into your Wednesday. And one thing to note, we've got some areas that are closing in 25, close to 30 days without a 1/4 of an inch of rain. It's dry. You need the moisture. When you add in the wind, the heat, the fire danger starts to become a concern and is elevated into Wednesday and Thursday. 80s, a few upper 80s to the southwest. Then the front moves in, 30 to a 40% chance of rain and storms Thursday night into Friday. Not unlikely category. Can't rule out some isolated storms though. Back to the 60s for highs, lower mid 60s. Lows in the 30s and 40s. It turns chilly for the upcoming weekend. And that's your 9-day. We're back right after this.